Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today is hopefully our last day of hiding. And we're just hiding because right now facing a lot of people who are 7 ER with that building held with 6 hot pots. And we got almost no shot to take them down. So we're just spending this day getting our chests and waiting till that big push point. So whether we win all of them or lose all of them, all we care about is getting those chests. So let's go ahead, do them hits. Got a match over here. This guy's 7 ER. And I think we're probably only going to be matching 7s. Rocking his 170 TD. And maybe we can go from, let's say, kind of the left side. 3 HCs might be too little. So we can, or 2 HCs might be too little. So we'll make sure we take 3. And if we save enough GB, maybe critter out this side. And let's try it out. Can go with like everything but 1 HC on this side. And we'll even delay Sparky towards the left, because after this ER goes down, we do a flare towards the left side. Can start dropping now. At least Sparky because she's slower. And then get the other HC going. And watching the right side, as soon as it's almost down, we send that flare. And we delay the HC so now it's in front. And if we didn't, then the RCs would speed up and probably die to that cannon. Still watching this side, maybe need a shock. Looking at a heavy, but looks like an HC might be okay. Kind of at that perfect spot. And hopefully that BC dies pretty soon. Looks like just in time. And here we can go ahead, art out that flame. 4 art should be enough, and then quite a few critters. Get maybe 3 going. Don't need to shock that rocket yet because it's not looking at stuff. But now it is. And we'll keep that rocket shocked. Are gonna lose 1 RC because we're kind of late. So we'll shock that boom cannon. And again, just keeping this rocket shocked. Even got some GB to hack stuff on that side. Do gotta wait a bit for this bottom ER to go down. I mean, we're pretty certain it's not a winning time because 7 ER with a bunch of offense. But at least we can get some practice on the 7 bases. Get maybe a hack going on that shock launcher, and then the last few arts. So around a 2-minute time, maybe what we were expecting, but again, once we go 7 with that building health, we're going to swap to more troop damage. And see how fast this guy was. 234, which kind of makes sense against C6s. And after today, we have about 2 more days of some good tech. First one is going to be pretty big with building health and 6 hot pots. And then the one after, just to wrap things up with troop health and critter launchers. There's not much after that, like maybe medkits if you want them. Otherwise, just those 2 days. This guy here with 160 building health. And looks like no rockets even. So maybe we can just take 2 HCs. Can try going from the right side. I almost even want to take like Zooks on the left. Because one can maybe get this ER. Even a few on this side. But no, we'll still try HCRC from there. And looks like if we get a good angle, we can maybe just critter over here. So 2 HCs and Sparky. Flare them early. We want the HCs out front, so again we can save a shock. 1 more flare to make sure they get there. And still keeping an eye on them. Make sure we don't need to shock any boom cannons. That one's close, but I think heavy should be fine. We'll get 1 critter here. Protect Sparky. And it's so she can hack, let's say, the shock launcher. Maybe that boom cannon. Get 1 more hack going. I guess you want to target that cannon instead. Isn't too bad. We were gonna critter, but looking a bit tight on GB. Can start some critters over here instead. And maybe even one on this side. Because we are gonna lose, let's say, one RC. Flurrying there, so he targets that boom cannon. And then pretty soon we can just start flaring. Because we already got critters going on the left side. Didn't really need that shock, but just to be safe. And as this ER goes down, flare the last few. Kind of a value shock over there. And we know we're gonna flare, so we can do a critter on the left. And then the last shock. Top ER also goes down, so sending a bunch of arts. Doesn't look terrible, but he didn't have rockets. We'll get a 218. A lot of people with those 160 building health. But we got a little lucky, and that's a win. And for those who've been following along for most of the season, how do you like these sort of daily videos we've been doing? Because before I didn't, since it's really only fun when you unlock stuff, but it's also important to see like when you're just chest collecting. Sometimes it's not always fun and winning hits. Sometimes it could be straight up losses. But let me know what you think, if maybe you can do it next time or kind of dial it down. Here we got a super nasty 6 hot pots, 160 building health. I know it's not too bad when you have 170 TD, but we'll try to get it down with only our 130. Maybe still fizzle, but let's hope for the best. We can do kind of everyone from the right side. So put our HCs a little spread out, then Sparky, then all the RCs, and then one shock early on that boom cannon. The other BC under a sky shield, just hoping that the HC stays in front. Let's get another shot going there. Really anywhere where there's a boom cannon and a cannon. And wish Sparky stayed more on the right side, but when the hotpot goes down, can go ahead do a critter. Maybe we'll hack something pretty soon, like after that machine gun goes down, hack that cannon. And right now not looking too bad. Maybe go ahead, hack. I'm gonna wait until that sniper goes down. On this side, shock the hotpot. Just have one HC left. And hoping it stays alive for a bit. I think arting might be too much, but we'll still try. Just barely, so we'll do one more art. And on the right side, as that flame goes down, we can get a critter going. So at least all the boom cannons are already dead. Wait for that right ER to go down, then do a reflare. And when we flare this ER, we can shock that cannon machine gun. Hopefully that left sniper doesn't kill too many. A tiny bit early. Because it takes a while with that 160 BH. Can do a reflare, and then go all the way to that ER. I don't know if that's enough for a shock. So you know what, we'll kill that cannon first, and then just go for it. Lost one to that rocket, I think. And that might not be enough for one shock, so we'll just get a critter going. It's a super slow time, but maybe not too bad. 144. And at least getting it down. So when we get that 170 TD, should be a fair amount faster. And looks like a tie. Which I always think, it's better than a loss, so we'll take it. We don't care too much since we're just getting our chest. And one more to go. Even though we can open 7 ER, which it might be a little better, we just care about that one chest and then we can play again tomorrow. So we'll do our last hit. And we still aren't fully sure how RCs are going to do against bombers for end meta. But fingers crossed, they pulled through. Here we got another 7 with 130 BH. And this one we can try the same hit like before. Killing this ER, then going towards the left. And we should have enough to critter this side. Like arting out that flame, then doing a bunch of critters on that mortar machine gun with a shock. So let's try it out. 2 HCs, all the RCs. And we can already start Sparky on that side. Get an HC going pretty soon. And then it's watching this health. As it's about to go down, we'll send that one flare. And then still watching this side, just in case that boom cannon wants to be pretty mean. Seeing how they spread left and right. So we need one shock over here. Maybe we didn't, but just to be safe. Kinda sucks all the HCs went towards the right. Here we can art out that flame. 4 art should be enough, and then a couple critters with a shock. Which hopefully one shock should be enough. Still watching the left side too. And we'll get one more critter on that side. Here just send a reflare. Do that with one shock on the machine guns. Lost one RC, but still got a few alive. That boom cannon was pretty annoying. He wants to kill 2 of the RCs. But we'll get some hacks going over here. And maybe not a terrible time. He should be faster, I think, because he's got that 170 TD. But ours doesn't look too bad either. We're gonna get maybe around 215. But the main thing we care about is getting all our chests. See what he was doing. And yeah, 229, around 230. But we got our chest over here. And now we're gonna be getting 7 ER. We could try pushing a bit, but we'll just make it easy and wait until both building health and once we get the hot pots. So this should be one chest and maybe a couple after, get those hot pots. We might minus that shield gen because Sky Shield you really want to make a shock launcher or boom cannon unshockable. And so you can't flare that last ER. But that's going to be tomorrow, and then just one more day for critter launchers and TH. But the last thing we're going to do is max out rockets finally. Gives us one extra and then helps us out. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.